everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am coming with you with my first makeup inventory for 2016. So we are currently on January 12th, and that is when I counted my numbers, and that's when I'm filming this. I know it's not going to be up on that day, but at least that way I'll know which day it was when I update. So I am going to be telling you the numbers of everything that I've got. I'm going to tell you in which categories I did good, in which categories I didn't do so good, and also what I plan to do to help with those numbers in the future. As well, I will be linking down below my previous videos for my inventories, and I will also be writing down every single number and what it was previously, and maybe I'm gonna link also like my ideals. I'm not sure about that, but I'm gonna link, I'm gonna tell how far along I am to my ideals as I'm going in this video. So I'm going to start off with the makeup category. Makeup category isn't a category on which I did too well because of the VIB sale and everything. I purchased a few items and my numbers went up in 5 categories in this. They went down only in 1 category and they stayed the same in every other category. And I'm 3 above, well, okay. How I'm counting this is that if I'm on my target, or if I'm on my target, I'm giving myself like a green grade. If I am one below my one over my target, I am giving myself like a yellow grade, and if I am more than 1 over, I'm giving myself a red grade. So far I have 3 red grades and I have 4 yellow grades. Everything else is in green, which is not too bad. So I'm gonna get started. For palettes, I currently have 4. I had 3 in the previous previous video. However, I decided that 4 would be a better number. I had 1 palette for face and then 2 palettes for eyes, but I now have some domed shaped products for my face and they wouldn't fit in my regular one, so I decided that blushes are rather big, so I don't mind having like 2 palettes that contain face products. So this way that allows me to have a variety of face products, and therefore I have now 4 palettes, 1 dome and 1 regular for face, and then 1 colored and 1 neutral for eyes, which is not too bad. Then for eyeliners, my numbers went up by 1. I had 4 and I got 1 in a gift set. So I currently have 4. I need to work on 1 of them. I will be working on 1 eyeliner during my next project ban, which hopefully should be coming at the end of this month. Mascaras, I got a lot of sample size mascaras. Most of my mascaras are sample size. I currently have 8. I think in the last update I might have had like 5. I really am above my numbers. I would like to bring that number down to 2, but I will like use them up as I usually do. Like they last about 3 months, so I should have 4 done this year, and then I would have 4 to work on next year. Then for face primers, by the way, my mascaras are all mascaras that I actually want to try out, and only 2 of them are open. The 6 other ones are currently unopened, so they're not going to go bad and they can stay in my cupboards for a little while. That's not so much an issue. Then for primers, I have 4 primers. I have 1 eye primer and then I have 3 face primers. That number is the same as in the last update. I'm still 2 above what I want. I would like to have 1 face and 1 eye primer. I will be also working on a primer in this upcoming project ban. Then for setting powders, I currently have 2. I am okay with having 2, although my ideal was 1. I previously had 1, but I purchased another one to set my under eye, and I didn't depot it into my Z palette, so this way I now have 2. Then for powder foundation, I have 1, and I had 1 in the last update. That's my ideal. Liquid highlighters, I have 2. I would like to bring that down to 1. I will sometime this year, but not too soon. For lip products, my ideal is to have 25. I currently have 30. I have 8 of which that are in my finish 16 in 2016. So by the end of the year, that category should really go down, but currently that is not the case. For setting spray, I had one, now I have two, and I will need to work on one of them. I feel that the two types of setting spray that I have are different, but I still need to figure out if I want to keep that category up to two or if I want to bring it down to one. Every other category I'm straight on point and the numbers didn't move, so I'm just gonna like say them quickly. Concealer, I have two. I have one that I am planning on finishing this year, and the other one that I'm currently working on for this month. So technically by the end of this year I should have two new concealers to replace those. Brow product, I have two. Cream blushes, I have none. And foundation, I have two. Then moving on to the hair care category, there are three categories that went up, and then I have one category that went down, the rest stayed the same. I have one yellow category, two red categories, and all the rest are green. So it's not too bad in this category. So I'm gonna go quickly on the ones that didn't change and take a little bit more time on the ones that did change. So conditioners, I have one. Hair masks, I had three. I currently have two, which is my ideal. Then hairsprays, I have two. I used to have one and I purchased one at some point in December, I guess. I like the new one that I have as well, but I should be rotating one out. Although they don't do exactly the same thing, but I might be trying to rotate one out. Then for dry shampoos, I purchased a set at Sephora, like the Superstar set that had like 7 or 8 of those, 7 I guess. So I finished the one that I had previously, but now I have those 7 from that set. I think I'm gonna get through all of them during the year, but for now I have an overstock. It's not too bad of an overstock because I think I can rotate through all of those throughout the year. Then for hair oils, I have one. Hair shining product, I have one. Hair styling product, which is one that went 2 up. I got 2 samples of the like a 10-in-1 product for hair that I'm considering as a hair styling product because that's the way that I kind of use it, and because of that I now have 3, so I need to finish up the one that I was currently working on and then work on one of those samples to bring that number back down to 1. For leave-in products, I have 1. Heat protectants and shampoos, I have 2, which is on Target. Okay, so I think the camera was out of focus. I think it's doing better now. I'm going to go into the face skincare. I have 5 categories in which the numbers went up. I have 2 categories in which they went down. The rest stayed the same. That means that I have 3 red categories. I have 4 yellow categories, and the rest are green. So, I'm sorry, I have a hair. Okay, so for moisturizers, I currently have 3. Ideally, I would like to have 1 or 2. So I will be working on one of those in my upcoming project pan, and the other one is also one that I'm working on for this year. For face cleansers, I have 3. My ideal would be to have 2. I'm not planning on using up any of the ones that I have right away, but still I want to bring that number down sometime this year. For serums, I have 1. For face oils, I have 2. That number went up from 1 to 2, but that category I'm allowing myself 2, so I'm still on point with that. Toners, I have 1. For acne treatments, I still have 3. I plan on working on 1 or 2 of those this year for sure, so that number should go down to either 2 or 1. My goal would be to have only 1. For makeup removers, I went down by 1, so currently I'm at 2, which is my target. For face masks, I have 5. At the last update, I believe I had 3, and my ideal would be 3, so I need to use up at least 2 of those. I think I'm planning to use up 3 of those this year, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. I think that I'm planning to work on one of those in my upcoming project pan as well. For face exfoliants, I have 2. I would like to bring that number down to 1, but they are 2 deluxe sample sizes, which is not as hard to go through. Then for lip balms, I went down by 1, and I still need to get down by 1 because I currently have 4. My target would be to have 3. For lip scrub, I currently have 1, and that is my ideal. I purchased a new one because my old one was completely empty. Same thing for the toner. I finished the one that I was working on, and now I have a new one because I would like to have only 1. For eye cream, I still have 2, and my target is 2, 1 for day and 1 for night. For face mist, I had one and now I have two. I got one in a set. I need to bring that number down, but as well as for some of the other categories that I mentioned, there is one of my face mist that's going to go in my project pan at the end of the month. Then for moving on to the last category, which is the body care, I have 4 moisturizers, like body moisturizers. I have one in my shower, I have 2 body butters, and then one of the Nivea BB cream. I think BB Body, is it Nivea or Jergens? Okay, and I have one of the Jergens BB Body. Technically, once I'm done with one of my body butters, so at the end of this month, I should be on target. However, I'm rarely on target for a long time in that category because I usually do purchase multiple body butters at once, so that number tends to fluctuate, but I'm still rotating through them quite easily and quite regularly as well. For hand cream, I currently have one, which is my target. For shower gel, I have one, which is on target. That number went up by 1, but I didn't have any in the previous update. For body exfoliants, I currently have none. Bath products, I'm on point. My box is full, but it's not overflowing, and I'm still planning on using some of the stuff that's in there this year. For perfumes, I currently have 6. I was at 5 at the last update and I purchased 2 of them. Well, I was gifted one and I purchased one during the VIB sale. My ideal would be to go back to 5. I am working on some during in my plans for this year, one of which will be in my upcoming project ban. So by the end of February, I should be down on target with this one. And then one category which I shouldn't have anything, but I still have something, is my body splashes. I have one and I would like to bring it down to 0. So this covers all of those categories. On body care, I'm doing pretty fine. I need to work on some perfumes a little bit, but it's not too bad. I will definitely need to use a bit of skincare for this year because I am overflowing in a few categories, as well as makeup. Makeup, I need to use a bit of stuff. Then for the hair, I think it will go by rather fast. I think the products will kind of use themselves normally and be rotated out, but there are a lot of my hair products that the numbers are not really high, but I've had the same product for a while, so although hair stuff doesn't tend to expire as much, I would still like to try out some new products, and I don't want to be tempted to go and purchase stuff before I use what I have, so I need to start working on what I have in order to cycle it out and get some new stuff to try out. So this is it for my inventory for this month. I will update you guys in 3 months on how I'm doing. I'm thinking about doing a my ideal makeup collection with numbers and possibly like showing you guys what I would like to have as well. If you think that'd be interesting, just leave comments down below and I might actually do that because I think it's interesting and to see like what I would actually want my collection to look like. So yeah, if you're interested in that, just leave comments down below and I'll try and film that next month for you guys. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye bye.